yeah, if you're lucky, you'll play in 2, 3. If you're lucky, you'll play in 4. But
Like, go have the baby in Houston so he's close. Whatever.
Yeah, look, man, I don't know what to make out of that situation, but I just feel like it was a tough decision that maybe he had to make, and I don't want to be here. I feel for him.
Let's go to another AFCON together.
Yeah,
let's give it a go.
Yeah, let's go to another AFCON together and shake hands there, Hey, Madala, if you're listening to us, if you watch this podcast, please. Hey, they're gonna come for us. There's a lot of people want Madala gone.
Hey, come for us. It's fine. One last shot for Bafana at the 2026 World Cup. A second shot at making an imprint on the tournament for Cristiano Ronaldo, and a couple big failures that we're surprised to see. This is Black and White Boots. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, man.
Another shot for Bafana. One last swing against South Korea.
Yeah, look, I think, I don't know. The way I'm feeling right now is that I've got the same feeling that I had in AFCON 2024 in January when we were facing Morocco. I mean, everybody had written us off that, okay, we are about to face our exit, right? And we're playing against a team that is well organized, a team that is ranked higher than us. And I'm just seeing something similar now with South Korea. They're ranked higher than us. Everybody thinks we don't have a shot, but I think one thing that a lot of South Africans have is hope and belief that Bafana can actually cause an upset. So I think we might just slightly edge South Korea and make it to the second round.
So no 4-0 win, yeah?
No, it's not going to be 4-0. I bet.
Listen, a 1-0, a 2-1, whatever we can take, right?
I believe so much in those boys, and they've proven to us that they can actually punch above their weight if needs be. And I think it's going to be the situation when we faced South Korea on Thursday.
Yeah, look, South Korea Thursday, we're going to have to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch that game.
Yeah, no, that one I'm definitely going to wake up for.
You haven't done a single 2 a.m., 3 a.m. game so far this time.
No, it's tough, man. Especially if you've got other commitments,
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course, we got work and stuff. And that's why the only game that I managed to watch at 2 a.m. was the Curacao versus Ecuador game. And
how was that for you?
I mean, what was it? I think it was the 15 saves or something along those lines. It was the opportunity to break a record for Curacao to have the most saves in a single game, which is, I believe, still held by Tim Howard, where he made 16 saves against Belgium, I think it was. So when he was playing for the USA, not that the USA gets dominated to that extent anymore, but to watch a game at 2 a.m. is rough. It finishes at 4.
Yeah. What do you do with yourself?
Up until that time. Yeah. And I think, this show might be us talking about a strategy to get to bed early on Wednesday so that you can wake up. That's it. Because there's no other way. Thursday's a working day.
Yep.
You can wake up at 3 a.m, watch the Bafana game, and then go to work.
Yeah.
But
you will be, you'll be
the other way around is not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to help. Yeah.
So looking at that Bafana game, I think my biggest concern with that is no more Kwena. I'm getting criticized from a few people for this because they downplaying his importance to Bafana.
Look, it's very instrumental for Bafana.
I think so.
We can't underestimate that. I mean, we saw in a manner in which he stepped up and took that penalty. You want that kind of leadership in the team, and him not being in the field, him on Thursday is not gonna be on the field. Obviously, it's gonna impact on us, And if you take it back to the game that I just referenced, Bafana versus Morocco, he was also very instrumental, scoring in the last minute with that cracker. So I think it's gonna be a player that we're gonna miss dearly, and it begs the question: how will Madala then set up his midfield?
I think what's really important is that you have a front four that is going to be effective.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether it be Lyle Foster flanked by a Police, and then you have Rele Mofokeng in at number 10.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be more instrumental.
Yeah.
You'll probably bring Sitolo back into the fold. I believe his suspension will be up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, unless Mbokazi is going to shift up further up the field, but he was so important at centre back.
Yeah, look, he's so important at centre back, and you also don't want to create another problem as well. You know, you shift him up, you don't know what sort of problems you might cause for yourself, because you're opening another opportunity of players that are not familiar playing together in that position. You know what I mean? So I feel like let's keep it as is. Let's go with Mbokazi and Ime Ocon, and Mbata and Adams. I like to believe, and then maybe you can bring in Sitolo in the second half of the game, right? And I would like to see maybe a guy like Evidence Mahopa given his start. You know, Lyle Foster was given his start, Reyners was given his start, and I think Evidence Mahopa showed us when he came on as a sub against Czechia that he was quite effective in those minutes that he played. So I would like to see him coming on, given his start for this game.
So starting 11, Ronwen Williams, Ocon, Mbokazi, Mudau, Mudiba.
The normal,
Adams, Mbata.
Yeah. Maseko.
Apolis. Rele Mofokeng.
Yeah.
And then Evidence Mahopa.
I think that's a winning starting 11.
Yeah, I think because South Korea is a higher ranked team, you'll probably find 3 in the midfield. And, you know, I think your lineup might represent the actual lineup, but without Mofokeng starting.
Yeah. I think knowing Madala and how he usually, just played cautious, especially with teams that he sort of like feared that can cause a havoc for him. He usually just go with 3 midfielders, and chances are he might just go with Adams, Sitole, and Mata. You know, like obviously Sitole will be a direct replacement of Mokoena.
What do you say to international journalists who have been framing that Czechia-South Africa game as Czechia throwing the game away? Because they were basically saying that Czechia had the better opportunities and they should have buried Bafana. Now you can't argue with that.
Yeah,
that Czechia had better opportunities and they probably could have been 2 up before Bafana even started playing. But, like, how are you having that as the commentary when Bafana dominated proceedings?
You can't, I mean, if you look at the stats, you would say that
500 plus passes completed.
The ball position was in favor of Bafana, right? You know, I mean, talk like those for me annoys me so much, you know, like, okay, now if we're going to go with that narrative, would you say Portugal and what's his name? DRC Congo, somebody was trying to throw their game. I mean, Portugal threw everything at DRC. You know, they couldn't get it right, you know. Look, teams miss chances, you know. I don't think there's such a thing, man. People are so proud, you know. I mean, I saw how the Czechian players were, like, getting, like, backlash from their supporters and all of that. I don't think they will go into that fixture just to honor a fixture and throw the game away. There's no such thing. I think it's just nonsensical. I mean, you look at a game, the game that played, I think it was, I'm losing trail of my thought. There was a game that I wanted to reference now. Belgium against...
Yeah, through everything.
At
Iran.
At Iran, you know. You want to tell me that, come on now. It's just silly, man. It's a similar...
Yeah, you can't say that Iran threw that game. Like, as if Iran... were deserving of 3 points in that game against Belgium when Belgium dominated proceedings.
Exactly.
You know? Yes, Bafana didn't have a lot of clear-cut chances.
Yeah.
But they were the better side.
That's why they
and if you were to
penalty.
and if you were to say a team deserved 3 points in that game and you told me it was Czechia, I'd tell you you're insane.
No. It's crazy. It's crazy. it's the same sentiments as those people who are. Look, Mark, I don't know if you've come across it. There's a lot of people, especially from the western region of Africa, right? Our Jollof boys, how did this Bafana team make it to the World Cup ahead of Nigeria? I'm like, are you ignorant or you just don't care about facts? I mean, it's the same team that was in the same group as Nigeria. Nigeria could not qualify. Nigeria could not beat Bafana at home, and then they came and drew with Bafana. Nigeria could not beat Lesotho, a country with 2 million population and the semi-professional league, and they couldn't beat them. And then you come out and ask such kind of questions. I just find those kind of questions silly.
Yeah, you couldn't top Bafana in a group where Bafana was docked 3 points for an administrative.
As if that's not good enough.
Yeah,
you couldn't even.
They deserve to be there.
They deserve to be there. Such things we need to dispel, man.
And let's hope that they can show that they deserve to be in the next knockout stage.
Let's hope that they can on Thursday when they meet the South Koreans. But I think it's going to be an open game, and it's going to require a lot of speed and a lot of good ball players, I think.
Top players in the world of football have proven themselves at this World Cup. You've got Lionel Messi, scoring a hat-trick in the opening fixture for Argentina.
Yeah.
Got Erling Haaland scoring goals, Kylian Mbappe scoring goals. You've got just top players in the world of football doing well at this World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo. He is going to go down in history as one of the greatest players to ever kick a ball.
There's no doubt
about it. But regardless of what happens here now, whatever. But is Uzbekistan the opportunity for Cristiano Ronaldo to put his stamp on this tournament and show that he is up there with those other elite players?
No, definitely. I think he will have to step up, And again, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's not the kind of player that's going to create something for himself, right? He needs to be fed those balls, and I don't think Bruno Fernandes did help in that game, right? I think the entire Portugal team started very well, and then it just fizzled out, right? So I think coming to this game, I think they're gonna have to pull up their socks, and I hope we don't see another tournament where just a series of draws, and then Portugal they go through via a series of draws.
Yeah, it's happened before.
It has happened before.
Didn't they win the Euros like that?
They did.
Yeah,
they did. So I think it's an opportunity for Cristiano Ronaldo to redeem himself. But if I were Martinez, I'll start him from the bench this game and just spare him.
If you look at that Uzbekistan side, their last fixture was against Colombia, where they lost 3-1. Now, Uzbekistan, in terms of qualifying, they didn't concede a lot of goals. But for Colombia to have gone and scored 3 against Uzbekistan, can't necessarily compare the quality of that Colombia side to Portugal's side.
Look, they've got quality players.
You look at like a Luis Diaz.
Yeah, Luis Diaz is a good player. Yeah.
He's a game changer, right?
A game changer, yeah.
But the game's there for Portugal, isn't it?
It's there for the taking. I think Portugal has got enough firepower to unlock that defense. They've got good players. I mean, on a good day, Bruno Fernandes by himself, he can unlock any defense, right? Player like Bernardo Silva, if he brings his A game, can unlock any defense. So I think it's just a matter of mentality. I think they need to get going from the first minute and actually get goals. I think the longer it took against DRC, they got frustrated. So I think they need to get going immediately and get those goals. But one thing that I've realized about this tournament, there are teams, big teams that are struggling, and they're struggling really, really bad. And Portugal is one of them. But again, if you look at the team like DRC Congo, it wouldn't be a fair judgment, because DRC Congo, it's actually a good side based on the players that they have. It's players that are playing all over the European region. So they are almost on the same par as Portuguese players.
Yeah, they're playing for elite clubs. Yeah, you look at Wissa and Wan-Bissaka, etc. These are Premier League players.
Yeah.
Okay, with the exception of Wan-Bissaka at the moment. He's a championship player as of now, but that can always change. Then the next fixture this evening, after Portugal take on Uzbekistan in Houston, is England against Ghana.
Ghana versus England, I think it's one of, England, it's one of the teams that we are we think they're gonna make it all the way. You know, I think they're currently in the top 5 of best performing team in currently, right? You look at Ghana, out of Africa, they are one of the teams that have really done well, and they've got good experience in this World Cup. We've seen them going all the way in 2010, right? So I think it's going to be a very, very massive fixture. And yeah, I foresee a draw in that fixture, Marco.
Wow.
Yeah, I foresee a draw in that fixture.
Because England's opening game, I know that we picked out in terms of the first round of fixtures, the game that was the one to pick out was Brazil against Morocco, because we think those are two very strong sides.
Yeah.
But Croatia have been in World Cup semi-finals and finals in almost consecutive years, right? Okay, some of their top players are aging a bit, like a Luka Modric, etc.
Yeah.
But England versus Croatia is one of the big games of that first round, and England were dominant.
Yeah,
4-2 winners. But Ghana went and beat Panama. So the winner of tonight's fixture goes on, wins the group.
Yeah,
end of story, right? Unless there's a draw, in which case it opens the door for Croatia to come in, or it might open the door for Panama to come in and get involved in the group. But you have to think, if England go on and win this, they top the group, they'll win the group.
Yeah.
And thereafter, you know, they get through to the next round, and you know, I imagine both these teams go through to the next round. Ghana and England.
Yeah,
you know, like even though I believe England will win tonight, I think that Ghana will still get through the group stages.
Yeah, definitely. I think, look, Croatia, they're underperforming in this tournament, and I don't think they might go through as maybe a best third of finisher if they can navigate a win against Panama. Yeah. But I foresee between England and Ghana, one will be first, the other will be second.
Yeah, speaking of underperforming teams,
yeah,
you were saying Croatia underperforming.
Yeah.
You asked me my dark horses, teams to watch out for before the tournament kicks off, etc., etc., etc. And I said to you, Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey, watch out for that Turkey side. They got so much talent. Watch out.
Yeah.
Well, they needed to watch out. They're already out.
They're out, man. And I think those things happen. And, you know, sometimes the World Cup just goes south, right? Yeah. And it's one of those situations where you, when they go and do a postmortem, you know, they will find out it's very maybe smaller things that got them out, right? You know, you look at a team like Belgium, went through the very same thing the previous World Cup, where they were knocked out of the first round when they went in as favorites. So I think those things happen, and I think it's a matter of taking now, going back and just check what went wrong and build from there. I think, yeah, it's shocking, but this is the World Cup. You expect such things, especially when you've got teams that are underdogs and really, really performing well. You look at teams like Cabo Verde, you know, they're holding their own. There's a whole lot of teams that are like Cabo Verde that are really, really punching above their weight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right to pick them out.
Yeah.
You look at Japan.
Yeah.
They are a tournament dark horse, performing very well.
Yeah.
Got a draw against the Netherlands. Yes, I criticized Ronald Koeman for his approach in that fixture, but they looked very convincing in their fixture against Tunisia. Was it? Yeah, it was their fixture against Tunisia. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. 4-0 win against Tunisia, right?
Yeah, knocking Tunisia out of the World Cup.
With their new manager and all.
Yeah,
and you have to look at that and say, okay, Japan deserve a dark horse tag because they are one of those teams that are performing. Yeah,
definitely. A draw against the Netherlands and a win against Tunisia. I mean, let's be honest. Tunisia is one of the team that, you know, in African context and also in a World Cup context, they're not really a bad side, right? You know, if you look in Africa, they are a powerhouse in terms of African football. So for them to bow out like that, you know, in just a second fixture, it's either they are that bad or other teams are really good. And in this case, I think Japan is really, really good.
Yeah, and then looking at that, I think the fixture of the third round is going to be Japan against Sweden.
Yeah.
That's going to be the pick of the bunch.
Yeah, I mean, Sweden thumping Tunisia 5-1.
And then losing to Netherlands and convincingly.
Yeah.
But Sweden have a very good side, talented side.
What a group, though, that one, eh?
That is a danger group, that one.
That's
I think
crazy.
we picked that out as our danger group before the tournament started. There was another group that we picked out and we said, look, it was the Haiti group. Brazil, Scotland, Haiti, Morocco. And we said if Haiti get anything out of that group I'll be completely shocked.
Yeah, I know.
And
it doesn't look like they are. Eh?
And it doesn't look like they are because they've got one more fixture in that group themselves, Haiti. And good luck to them for trying to get anything out of that fixture because they've lost to Scotland and Brazil. And their next fixture is against Morocco, who's absolutely soaring.
No. Morocco is solid. They're not going to feel anything for them. They're just going to go out there and just finish their business of group stages.
That's it. And you're talking about African teams being able to go on. We spoke about Ghana.
Yeah.
Morocco must be Africa's best performers at the moment. Best side in African football at a World Cup, perhaps ever.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Look, I mean, these are World Cup semi-finalists and their trajectory has been upward ever since. And we sort of anticipated this kind of performance rather from Morocco. So for me, it's not a surprise. You know, they are really, really a good side. And like I said to you, I think when we were predicting who we see going all the way, I did mention that Morocco will definitely be there in the top 8, top 4 somewhere. I mean, they look like they are hungrier for it, and holding Brazil rather.
Holding Brazil. And then going on to win the following fixture.
Yeah.
Against Scotland.
Against Scotland, who are no pushovers.
No, Scotland's a good side.
It's a good side. I mean,
so to get a win in that fixture after being the better side against Brazil largely.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
I think they've done half of their job is done now.
Right.
Oh, they're almost I don't see them losing to their last game.
Yeah. So elsewhere along the tournament so far, who's underperformed in the biggest way, you would think?
I think Belgium underperformed.
Definitely. Belgium and Turkey. Those are
Belgium and
picks.
Turkey. I think we expected more. Tunisia as well, I'll say they underperform.
Croatia a little bit so far. Obviously, we've only seen one fixture from them. So.
Yeah, Spain as well, I mean, credit to Cabo Verde, but
they had a very good win this week.
Yeah. Look, yeah, of course.
They look far more convincing this week against Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, man.
They've got one of the best leagues in the world.
Saudi.
The Saudi Pro League, come on.
Nah, man. They are way behind. Marco, you can't even compare.
From what you've seen so far, who's winning this thing?
Yeah, this 5 team, the winners is going to be out of this 5 team. The winner is going to be out of this 5 team, and I'm going to throw in number 6, right? France, Germany, Argentina, Brazil, and I hate to say this, England, Morocco.
Portugal not going to win it?
No.
Flat out?
I'm not convinced, Marco. I'm sorry. I'm not convinced. If Portugal make it to the top 8, it will be a miracle.
A miracle?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my friend. I love Portugal, but I was not.
You've given England more of a chance to win this World Cup than Portugal?
Because they're convincing. England have been, they've been.
But then you haven't mentioned the USA on your list.
It's a flash in a pan, man. That steam is gonna die out very soon. It's a long way to the final marker, and I don't think USA have got the legs to go all the way.
I still think France is the side.
Yeah, I know.
France, the quality that they've got in attack is everything.
Yeah, look, no. Maybe it's going home. You never know, but I hope it doesn't.
I would not be surprised even in the slightest if England are in another semi-final and they're kicked out on a penalty shootout.
Yeah.
Something about England that just doesn't get them to World Cup final.
Yeah, they can't take it all the way.
But I really think that Portugal, that midfield is the best midfield in world football.
Yeah, it
Vitinha,
is.
João Neves, and Bruno Fernandes. That three.
Look, maybe I will change my stance based on the second performance, right? But
Well, you can't use Uzbekistan as an example if they're going to win.
yeah, look,
Even if they win that game convincingly, you still need another fixture to be
there was just
convinced.
something off.
Right.
There was just something off about Portugal that I did not like. And yeah, look, I mean, you can't rule them out because they've got quality in their side. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, then they'll have Colombia to face in the last round as well.
Yeah.
You know, so tough fixtures there for Portugal. And yeah, I don't know. For me, the best dark horse of the tournament so far has got to be Norway. And I will put them up there as potential top 4 finishes. Not go win the whole World Cup. But Norway have some potential. They're a good dark horse.
Yeah, I think it's last 16, man.
Norway and Japan, those are my picks for the best dark horses in the tournament.
No Bafana there.
I have Bafana.
If we make second round, it would have been a good tournament. Let's just make it to the second round and let's see what happens.
That's impressive.
We want to come back next week and still be talking about Bafana in the World Cup. Please.
Please, we want to.
Yeah.
We want to. Okay, so let's talk about Belgium for a second.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about teams underperforming. Belgium's underperforming. Belgium were ranked number 1, I think it was 5 years ago.
5 years in a row, yeah.
They were the number 1 team in the world.
Yeah, for the longest
They
time.
had that golden generation of Belgian football where Lukaku was on fire, De Bruyne was on fire, Axel Witsel, and then, you know, Tillemans, who's still in the team. You had
Eden Hazard.
Oh, they had such a great side.
Yeah.
They had such a great side, great goalkeepers.
Yeah.
And then nothing really came from Belgium.
No, nothing.
You know,
Nothing.
we've not on a major tournament stage.
What was when they got knocked out in the group stages in the previous edition of the tournament. And in this tournament, they've only made 2 draws. Look, I mean, I think their last fixture is not as difficult. Right, but there was a player there that plays for the other Manchester side, the blue side, Doku, who decided that he would take paternity leave in the middle of the World Cup to go see the birth of his child. And he got backlash from other people, and other people are actually in support of that, you know. And I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think there's a right or wrong. I think had he not gone there and kept quiet, I don't think there would have been any issue. But many would feel that maybe he's got an agreement with his partner that he needs to support her in these times. You know, it's a World Cup. You know, your team is not necessarily doing so well. They are not guaranteed the spot into the next round. You know, if you was going there, you've already put maximum points on the board. Like you've won your opening round. It would have, I think, for me, it would have made more sense. You know, to say take your paternity leave and go be with your spouse while they deliver the child, right? But your team needs you, and it did look like Belgium needed him yesterday.
Listen, Belgium need Jeremy Doku desperately.
Yeah.
He's the best player in that side.
Yeah.
By a long shot.
Yeah.
And it's not that there's not good footballers in that side. There's very good footballers in that side. But Jeremy Doku's a top player.
Yeah.
He is dangerous.
Yeah.
He's unbelievably dangerous. And it's one thing to say your team needs you. On the World Cup, you're letting your country down in a lot of ways. And I think that it's so hard to say because footballers are human beings.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
If your boss told you, hey, you have to be at work, you're like, my first child is being born.
Yeah.
I want to be there for the birth of my first child. And your boss is like, no, your company needs you here.
Yeah.
That sounds like a stupid thing to have gone to work.
Yeah.
Right?
Look, unless I said to them, I would like to be here because they need me. All right. It's a different story, but I think he had an option to stay. I don't think they would have said, no, you don't have to stay, you know. But I don't know, Marco. It just feels like he let his country down. But on the other hand, I totally agree with his decision. You know, but it's a World Cup. It comes once in 4 years. Yeah, if you're lucky, you'll play in 2, 3. You know, if you're lucky, you'll play in 4. But
like, go have the baby in Houston so he's close.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, look, man, I don't know what to make out of that situation, but I just feel like it was a tough decision that maybe he had to make, and I don't want to be him. I don't feel. I feel for him.
I feel for him completely. I agree with you.
It's a difficult decision.
I think he's made the right decision.
Yeah.
I really think he's made the right decision.
Yeah, on hindsight, I think
from a human perspective, he's made the right decision.
From footballing perspective,
they needed him yesterday. I feel for him.
That's why I said, like, there's no right or wrong.
He's gonna feel like he's let his whole country down.
Yeah, had the won yesterday, I'm sure he would have felt better.
Yeah,
and maybe the backlash would have been less, maybe. Sure. But yeah, it's crazy, but that's the World Cup for you, you know. I think he made a right decision, like you said, at the end of the day. Coming to Africa, man, which teams do you think can go all the way? Besides, I've mentioned Morocco in the six that I think they're potential winners, but teams that you think they can just progress beyond the last 16 from Africa.
So I think there's only two teams from the continent that have the potential to go very far.
Yeah.
Morocco is the obvious one. I think they're the best side on the continent.
Yeah.
I hate saying that because I've got a little bit of an issue with Morocco with how they treat South African teams when they go in general, right?
Yeah.
But they are the best team on the continent. And I don't think it's by a little bit, actually. I think it's by quite a lot.
Yeah.
But their opponents in the AFCON final, Senegal, that is the only other team that I think has real characteristics to go and impress on the world stage.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed by Egypt in particular, although this Egypt side seems to be doing well compared to how Egypt have fared in World Cups in the past, right? Because Egypt's never done very well in the World Cup.
It was their first win, eh?
It's their first World Cup win, and they've been qualifying for World Cups since the 30s.
That's insane.
You know, so it's so weird to say that this is Egypt's first win in the World Cup.
Unreal, eh?
I mean, they've dominated
Africa. They've got how many stars? 7 stars, I think. And they were asked to remove.
They were asked to remove the stars from the shirt, right? Because those stars mean you're world champions in a FIFA World Cup. It doesn't mean you're continental.
You can wear them in AFCON.
Yeah, exactly. You can wear your stars in AFCON, but those stars are reserved for champions when it comes to the FIFA World Cup. Yeah, so it's very strange to think that Egypt have won their first World Cup game ever now.
Yeah.
But I wasn't convinced with them defensively. They looked shaky. They didn't look confident. They looked a bit scattered, which we didn't see from Egypt in AFCON. They looked quite certain, quite strong. They looked a good side. But yeah, I'm not that convinced by Egypt. Of course,
Ghana and Cabo Verde?
Yeah, I mean,
I think Ghana maybe beyond last 16.
Nah.
You don't think they would?
I think they'll do well to qualify from their group.
Yeah.
You know, that might not be even the case because I don't see them beating England tonight. And then they have to beat Croatia or at the very least get a draw against Croatia to go through. So, yeah, Ghana, they might just go through the group stages on the best third place finisher as well because they already have the 3 points.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I don't know. Ghana, I think it's a bit of a stretch for them. Cabo Verde, very big stretch. You know, it's their first World Cup. For them to get out of the group stages is massive and a big achievement for a country of its size and its stature and its first ever World Cup.
Yeah.
But last 16, last 8 is a dream.
Yeah.
And I think for Ghana as well. I don't think this is the Black Stars that we've seen in the past. In 2010, definitely. Ghana was the best. Bacana. Yeah, we were backing them all the way there.
No, definitely.
You know,
definitely.
But yeah, for me, there's two sides who can go far in this tournament from an African perspective, and it's Senegal and Morocco. Those are good teams.
Yeah.
Those are two good teams, and they showed it just in January.
No, I agree.
Just how good those two teams are. And Morocco are even better than that side that lost the AFCON final.
Hey, bro, that story. You know, before we close the show, because I know you're going to close the show now, there's a guy called Fernando da Cruz.
Yes.
The guy has been announced as the mighty Amakosi.
So he just came from Al Ahly. Or what? No, wait, it's the Moroccan team, right?
Yeah.
He just finished in, what is their name?
I can check quickly for you.
Casablanca? Was it Rope?
No. That was Fadlu.
Right. Yeah.
AS4.
Fernando de Cruz. AS4.
Yeah, he coached AS4.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, Kaizer Chiefs, it's a massive, massive institution. They went on and get their guy. What does a good season look like for Kaizer Chiefs, in the next season?
Well,
because the previous coach, the other one, Ben Khalil, sort of say that Chiefs were unrealistic to ask them to finish, and I'm paraphrasing it, to finish top 2 with the squad that they have, and they managed to finish 3rd. What do you think will be the target for this new coach?
Kaizer Chiefs target from the board or a realistic target?
Realistic target from the board. Okay, from the board. Let's just call it from the board.
Okay, from the board first. That's their thing, right? They want to win the league.
Okay.
Are they going to win the league? No. Kaizer Chiefs aren't going to win the league. They're miles off of Pirates and Sundowns.
Yeah.
In terms of consistency, in terms of quality, you see how they got thumped by Pirates in one of the 2 Soweto derbies. Thumped. Even the scoreline wasn't as big a thumping as the thumping on the performance.
Yeah.
Then in the next Soweto derby, they had a good strategic plan. They played well tactically.
Yeah.
And you have to compliment them on the quality of that game that came out in a draw. But the way the fans celebrated that draw just shows you how far behind Orlando Pirates they are. And that their performance in that game was as good as the tactical decision of the game, not the quality of the play on the pitch. They managed to stifle where Pirates were good tactically. Now you've got a new manager and you're saying do better than that tactically with what you've got already. There's rumors of Coach Mankolba coming in as assistant manager.
Now, Dylan Shepard has been announced as an assistant manager, unless they want to have 2. But Shepard, who was there before, has been named as the assistant coach. But let's see how they fare in the Betway Premiership next season.
Listen, third place should be the target, but for me, third place should be the target, even though that's not an improvement in terms of the season. But third place should be the target. If I'm the board at Kaizer Chiefs, I'm going to say, show us improvement, show us how you make the team better,
get 1 or 2
finish
trophies.
Third. Yeah, compete on trophies.
Because they can get,
CAF Confederations Cup.
Yeah, they've proven they won Nedbank.
Try go through there, Nedbank Cup. Let's get back to what we did last season with Nedbank Cup, etc. Do that, and then we build from here. But to think that there's an expectation that this new manager is going to come in and finish second or third or first, then you're just going to change manager again next season.
Yeah.
That's all that's going to happen. You're going to keep changing managers if you're going to say to the manager, finish second or first, or you're fired.
Yeah.
And that's going to keep happening to Kaizer Chiefs. And then they'll never be back if you carry on in that way.
Yeah.
Just, sometimes you have to not set targets and goals in terms of your finishing position in the league. Sometimes you have to just see improvement.
Yeah, just go improve where we finished off last season, and
just improve the quality of the football. Show us some direction. Give us some confidence that you're the man to take this team forward. And sometimes it's just pass the eye test. Look like a good football team.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't mean that you're getting all the results or you're getting enough points or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you look at a team and you can say, this team's playing good football.
Yeah. No. No, agreed.
And I think that needs to be the target, because if they're going to tell him, hey, you're fired if you don't finish at least second, well, pack your bags already. Why are you bothering?
Yeah, because I don't see Mamelodi Sundowns finishing below.
How are Sundowns going to finish third? Or Pirates?
Yeah.
Neither of them. Those two are going to fight for the title again.
There's rumors that coach, what's the name? Cardoso could be on his way out. There's just rumors.
But Sundowns have finished first for the past however many seasons with 3 different managers.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't
Except
think
for this season, where they finished second, just behind Orlando Pirates, because Pirates were so good.
Yeah. Let's see. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But, hey, brother, That's Betway Premiership is about to return.
Yeah,
So-
I think what they said the weekend of 2nd and 3rd August will be back. So we're not
It's
so
just
far.
around the corner,
Just
actually.
around the corner, yeah. Just after the World Cup.
Hey, football comes at us so fast.
No, definitely. It does.
Come on, Bafana.
Come on, let's do it. Bro, like if Bafana can just think I'm gonna cry, Bafana can just go to the second round of this tournament after all the backlash that we've been getting, bro. Like, yeah,
I'd
I'll
love
be
it.
so emotional
I'd love it.
because just as everybody's
that-
just so against us.
Finish in that group with 4 points.
Yeah,
It's impressive.
it would be impressive, and you know, and looking at the fact of how we started, Marco, we started not so good, and we are written off, and then we're getting backlash from everywhere else, you know.
Yeah, we were the worst team in the tournament, and then I thought we played very well against Czechia.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
worst team in the tournament, and we're still in contention to go to the second round, and there's teams that are gone. Just goes to show you that the hate that we receive sometimes is not warranted.
And as much as we've been a little critical of Hugo Bruce here and there in recent times,
Before
Yeah.
you go. What if Hugo says he wants to stay? You are suffer board.
stay.
I'll say give Madala another contract, 2-3 years.
Yeah, let's go through another AFCON.
Because what he has managed to do with this team, bro, like, I mean, we held AFCON here. We didn't go as far as we did with this old man
Yeah.
while hosting, right? I just thought about it. I'm like, Madala can actually give us another 2 years, right? Yes, we don't agree with certain decision that he makes. A certain portion of Soweto team fans does not like him, you know. But
Hey, listen.
I think if Madala was to be given another 2 years, I think majority of people would be happy.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it also would set a good precedent for SAFA,
Yeah,
because you look at top managers who have been in that position like Pizzo,
yeah,
and it didn't work out.
yeah,
So to show some confidence in a manager
yeah.
is nice. You know,
always
that
nice,
you
yeah.
can,
Look at
that it gives you the confidence that SAFA's prepared to build behind a manager.
yeah.
And if he leaves on his own terms,
It's okay.
it's okay. If he wants to go, I'm sure he's over it.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
look.
I'm sure this is his last.
Yeah, no. I just thought, hey, you never know.
But if he says he's keen for another couple of years, let's
I'll
go
just-
to another AFCON together.
Yeah,
let's give it a go.
Yeah, let's go to another AFCON together and shake hands there, you know.
Mm.
Hey, Madala, if you're listening to us, if you watch this podcast, please.
Please.
And
it from there.
they're gonna come for us because a lot of people want Madala gone.
Hey, come for us, it's fine. I'm Marco Martins.
I'm Mulalo Musuphi.
This is Black and White Boots. Danko.
Means thank you.